House.
I'm Hamid, nice to meet you.
How you doing? We met previously last year at a Comic-Con where I picked up the story. I started it, the first journey, and it was absolutely amazing. Can you tell me a bit about the inspiration and where the idea came from?
The whole idea of Kugali, we started off with one of those things that grew organically. Because it started off with Ziki and Tolu, friends growing up from when we were young. Ziki's story is a lot more touching because he has a younger brother and he was reading comic books and he likes to draw comic books as well. But all the characters he would draw were white characters, and Ziki told him, why don't you draw an African character? Then the brother reacted by saying, African characters are not cool. So it's that kind of thing where he went like, I go find cool characters for my brother to read. So when he said this blog, started just finding different African artists, different African characters and so on. And then I joined up in the journey with the blog, and then we decided to make our own comic book since we already had a few of the writers and artists there. Then that's how the whole thing started off. Just there.
Do you feel like you said, we're finding those characters from the African mythology, like you said, you don't want to just find anyone, you want to find things that are important to you. Do you feel like you've succeeded in that as well?
So far so good. So far so good, yeah. I cannot think of any that disappoints me. So, because it's one, as you said, right, we don't want to just get a character who already exists in this world, like Captain, let's say, Wonder Woman, right, and then change that to Incredible Woman, and say it's a new character. We wanted a completely new character. So our characters, even the names, right, we have Iku, we have Oru, we have Olatuka, they're all different kind of characters, and they all represent like their own cultures, and everything feels, we make sure the stories are relevant to that culture. So, for example, we're not going to talk about the US elections. That culture will never cares about the US elections. We'll talk about the things important to that culture in that time, in that period. So,
And the inspiration then, what took you to get published? Where did you actually start getting together with your friends, or the actual print work that went into it? When you had the stories done and development started moving on production, tell us a bit about that.
Now, we went step by step. We like to take bold moves, but obviously one of those, like, we take bold moves, but we make sure we're clever about the bold moves. So we started off with a book. It's a bit smaller, like almost that size, like this one. So black and white as well. Just people were interested, and when we walk around and sell it, people are like, oh damn, I never thought about that. This is really cool, I want to get it. So that's a very good proof of concept. Then we did one other one, which is this one actually, which is slightly bigger. But people liked it, but we had one complaint for the book, was that it's too short. It's an anthology, 3 stories. You read it, you can finish up in like a day. Then we held a Kickstarter to try and do a bigger book, to try and see how much the interest really is. And the Kickstarter showed up because we were planning to raise £10,000 and we ended up raising 25,000. So we were like, the interest is definitely there. So from there we started making the big books and continuing with that.
Now with movies like Black Panther coming out and the response of Black Panther, did you think this is our time, this is what we're going to move on with? Or did you think...
We were there way before Black Panther. Our Kickstarter came out actually right around Black Panther, and that was very intentional because we knew it was going to hit, right? Because the response we were getting from before Black Panther, but like this is an awesome one as well now. We knew it was definitely going to hit, so we positioned it right there just to kind of join the ride on that, to get bigger with it.
I like that, I like that. So as when we were here yesterday, we had a little tease where your colleague showed us off a new piece of technology, an app that goes with your comics. Would you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, that's more of my sector actually. I'm into the augmented reality. So the app, we have 2 goals in that app. The first goal is the Kugali, the events bit of the app, right? There it's like different cool things you do, like just a little bit of cool things I'll show you guys in a moment. So just like different artworks coming to life. The second goal is the stories in augmented reality. The reason we're going in the direction is most people are used to you're used to reading a story in like a square format on your hand, right? But that's not how we experience life. We experience life by moving around, right? So there's this thing I've been telling people's parents is that kids like their phones, right? It's not because the phones are big, it's just the digital world is way better than the real world. It's an absolutely losing battle to try and get the kids to put their phones down. So our approach is a bit different. So get them to put the phones down. How about we make the things on the phone be more human? So as you're interacting with the story, you're not just swiping like that, you're actually moving around to interact with the story. So it has a whole different layer over there, and you're more active. The kid is more active, you yourself you're more active reading the story, and it's more engaging because you're actually seeing the characters react to how you react. So it's that bit of extra layer over there. Yeah.
Brilliant. So going forward in the future, where are you going in the next few years?
Next few years, we have a few things in the works. We may come out with an animation. That's in the works. The augmented reality, hopefully that kicks off. Right, that's a big one in the works. And then in general, we have this thing we're doing. It's called the Kugali Comic Club. It's one of the things that I tell people, it seems too good to be true. Right? That's kind of the goal about it. So the Kugali Comic Club, what it is we're gonna have 30 pages of comic books every week. So 10 pages on Monday, 10 pages on Wednesday, 10 pages on Friday. And you sign up, it's a subscription. So online, hosting Netflix for African comic books. Because at the moment, we're definitely the largest comic book creators in the world, right? So, and guess the price? It's $2.99 per month. But if you register before the 29th of June, which is when it's officially launching, you get to pick your own price. And if you claim you cannot afford to pay that amount of money, you can email us with like showing us heart to heart that you really cannot pay. I will actually let you be a subscriber for free.
Bless you, man. That's amazing.
Yes.
So you're looking there just to give back.
Yes.
Tell the stories and give
back. Give back and all that. Because something, if you give to people, they tend to give back to you.
Yeah, they do indeed.
So you're kind of the thing of the.
I feel like this experience right here, my friend.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And where will we find you? Do you have a website?
Yes. On the website is kugali.com. Right? And then you go on the website, it's very easy right now. It's updated. The old website we got too big for the old website. New website, much better, right? And then social media at Kugali Media. So you know the country Kigali, let's replace the I with a U. That's Kugali. And then media, you know media. Kugali Media. You find us in all social media platforms on that. Yes.
That's brilliant. And now all we'd ask you to do, if you can, show us off your app.
I will do that at the moment. Yes, let's do that. Cool. So grab that.
I grab that.
Yep.
Imagination launch.
And then
Event
click
lens.
event lens. Point the phone at this picture.
That's amazing.
Thank you. And watch this.
Oh, that's creepy.
And when you move it, she always looks back at you.
Yes. Wow. Can I try another one?
Yes, there's on this one here as well.
That's so cool.
And then, of course, we're in a
He's
Comic Con.
speaking.
Yes.
And there's a lemon in there. Wow.
And then, of course, we're in a Comic Con, so I have to put on my cosplay. You want to see my cosplay? Just
Yeah.
point the phone at me.
That's a cool costume, man.
That is my costume.
Gotta say, that's a cool costume.
It's proper. Just gonna click on South Africa, the red one. You can move around, you can move freely, don't worry. And then just come closer, let's press play. But instead of you reading the story, it's already animated in front of you.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna come back, don't worry. That's like a page changing when that happens. I'll try and pause it right before when they're running there. So you can come really close to them, so you can come like that close if you want.
Wow.
What the hell?
Oh, that's so cool.
This is insane, and you've just come up with that.
Yes. And then it's yeah. Okay. And then of course, will you put on my shirt? That's it, thank you. And then I'll show you guys one more.